Chanel, and I'm a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, and today we are going to take a look at what is Moxa. Now, you probably have heard of Moxa, maybe you've seen some pictures on Instagram about Moxa, or maybe you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. Well, today I'm going to share with you how you can start using Moxa at home. Now, I do recommend that if you're going to use Moxa at home, you first consult with a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. Why? Well, because that's what we do best. We help share with you how you can use the right kind of herbal formulas in order to help you get the results that you want to achieve. So, what is Moxa? Moxa is an herb also known as Mugwort. Mugwort is a Chinese herb, not to be confused with Harry Potter. I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan. I kind of am. But it is an herb that is found in China and it's harvested in China. So let's take a look. Oftentimes you will see in places like China smoke coming off of a needle. And this is, in fact, the mugwort that's rolled into a ball, placed on a needle to help provide the body with the ability to move qi and blood. Now, what is qi? Qi is the body's ability to move the frequency that your body creates in order to bring the body back into harmony. We generate qi, we create it, we eat it, we breathe it. Qi is everywhere. It's just not it's just not a thing. It's everywhere. So when the mox is placed on the body, on the shoulder, certain acupuncture points, the herb gets into the system of the body through the smoke being absorbed by the skin, and it starts to have a positive effect on the body. So let's experience what this actually looks like. I've got two different types of moxas that I'm going to share with you. You can purchase these on on Amazon, and they're very inexpensive. A lot of them come from China, and it looks a little something like this in a box. What you do is you light the moxa and you wait for it to just kind of catch. Now, I do recommend that if you're going to be messing with fire, to do this outside, so that way you are in a safe place in a very ventilated area, because moxa can be very smoky. You also want to make sure that you have a container. I'm using a love cup, and this is what I use to suction cup the body, but not this one. And you want to put it in a glass, a cup, a porcelain jar to diffuse the moxa after use. If you don't diffuse the moxa, then it's going to burn through the whole entire stick. But putting some sand and diffusing it makes the diffusion happen quicker. So what I would recommend is if you've got things like arthritis or menstruation issues and you cramp a lot, or you have a lot of cloudiness, or maybe you're dealing with some digestive issues, this is a really great tool to use, and it's a great way to help move the blood and move the qi. So whenever I'm working with my patients and I have these kinds of illnesses, these kinds of symptoms that are coming up, I will introduce to them what Moxa is, and I will show them how to use it. Now, I normally work on a cruise ship, and I travel around the world treating patients from all over the world and educating them on traditional Chinese medicine. And Moxa is not used on board because it's a safety hazard. And so I produce videos like this so you can try it at home after learning and speaking to a TCM practitioner. So the point that I'm going to use is called LI4, large intestine 4, and it's in between the index finger and the thumb. And basically, if you have any type of pain in the body, just by moving the moxa stick around in a circle like this, you begin to feel the heat of the moxa, and it starts to create circulation, blood flow in your hand. If you experience things like arthritis because you probably have carpal tunnel, or maybe chopping food makes your hand hurt really bad, then you can use Moxa on your knuckles. And just by moving the Moxa back and forth helps warm the blood and helps more mobility to be produced, fluid to be produced in the joints. And you can also use a point in the middle of the hand called Lao Gong. And this is a healing point in the hand. And you'll notice that it feels very, very comforting when you use Moxa on the hand. Some other points that you can use are on the bottom of the feet. But the most important thing is that you want to make sure the distance between the Moxa and the hand is about 2 to 3 inches. It doesn't need to be any closer. Okay? And also make sure that you tip your ash frequently. Okay? So it's best to use this outside. So on the bottom of the feet, on the abdomen area, that would be a really great place as well. And if you have someone else with you, they can use it on your back. There are other types of Moxa tools that you can use as well that are made for the back, like this one right here, which is a cone, but it sticks on certain acupuncture points. Now, I don't recommend using Moxa at the top of your head unless you're a practitioner and you have a purpose for that, because you can pretty much burn your hair, and that would not be cool. And I don't recommend using it on your face either, because it will get into your eyes, and it's not designed for you to be using on your face. It's designed to be used on the body. So there are different types of Moxa treatments. One of them that I have seen before in California is a tub. And some of the Korean bathhouses, you can go to the Korean bathhouses and you can soak in a Mugwort tea. And it's like this jacuzzi, and you get in, and it's like this muddy water. Well, it's not muddy water, but it's murky water. And it's actually Mugwort. It's Moxa. In China, when I was there visiting, I saw that there was this container, and it was full of this like murky water, and I didn't know what it was. They turn on a machine, and the machine steams the Moxa, so that way it provides relief on the lower back. So there's many different ways to use this. Now, when I was in China, I saw the practitioner use the needle, put the needle in, put the Moxa on the needle, and then light the Moxa. Now, this is called direct Moxa, right? It goes right onto the skin. After a certain period of time, you start to feel the heat, and it's very hot. And that's when the Moxa is taken off, and then the needle is retained. This is another method of Moxa where we would light, it's a cone, it's also considered a cone, but you light this here, and you can get these on Amazon, but again, it's not recommended to use if you don't know how to use them. And you can stick it on, for example, the shoulder. This is a common point called GB34. GB34 is a point that I often use when somebody's got their shoulders all the way up here and they're stressed out, when they have a lot of muscle tension, neck tension. I just stick that Moxa right on there when they're laying face down and let that Moxa just work. So let's take a look at the next page here. This is Moxa on, these are just Moxa herb on its own. That's not in a cone or in a, I guess you would say, a cigar looking type of, way. It's we call that Moxa rolls. On a needle, this is what we would use. You can also shape these into a cone. And when we're putting it on the body, we often will use ginger, garlic, or salt. These have therapeutic properties, but most importantly, it helps protect the skin from being burnt. So now you can see this Moxa is starting to gather down here. That's just the body, that's just the Moxa, just kind of smoking the acupuncture point. And the skin is the largest organ, and so it's absorbing all of the warmth, the heat. And what that does is it just helps relax the body. The smell is very fragrant. It smells a little bit like an incense, but also might smell a little bit like sage. But you also want to make sure that when you are using this indoor, you live in a very well ventilated place, and you want to make sure that if you are near any types of fire alarms, that the Moxa is clear away from that, or else the fire alarm will go off, and we don't want that. So that is all about Moxa. Very simple, very effective, very cool to use. When this starts to burn down to the end, it's going to diffuse on its own, and then I can remove it and dump the ash in my little jar here. So that's Moxa. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Digestion, and I'm a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. It's such a pleasure to provide you with the education you need in order to help take your health to the next level so you can realize your maximum human potential. Thanks for watching.
I dedicate my life to traveling the world on world-class cruise ships and speaking to people just like you about your unlimited potential to heal, reverse disease, lose weight, and achieve any type of health challenges that you might be going through. It is my passion, and I'm driven to provide a level of education that will help you shift your perspective on how you look at your health. Anything is achievable, especially when you put your mind to it. If you like the content in this video, please like, share, and subscribe for fresh new content every week.